Imagine living in a house so massive it's practically a kingdom. More space than any would ever need. We all dream of having a place that not only screams comfort, but also boosts our social game. You've probably seen some lavish celeb pads, but have you ever wondered about the jaw-dropping homes that redefine luxury? We're talking about the one and only Istana Nurulaman. Aka, the world's ultimate residence and the Guinness World Record holder for the largest home of any state head. Now, I know you're itching to find out just what makes this place the creme de la creme of luxurious living. Stick around until the end, because we're about to dive deep into the most expensive house in the world for 2024. Are you ready to be amazed? Imagine rolling up to Brunei's capital, Bandar Seri Begawan, and stumbling upon the official residence of the one and only Hassan al-Bolkiah, the 29th Sultan of Brunei. We're not just talking about any old house. We're talking about a palace that puts all other palaces to shame. Now, hold on to your hats, because Istana Nurulaman isn't just a massive crib. It's a political powerhouse too. Picture this. The recent 28th Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation (APEC) Economic Leaders Meeting went down virtually. And where? You guessed it. From the lap of luxury that is Istana Nurulaman. Let's rewind the clock a bit and talk history. Not your snooze-fest textbook history, but the kind that makes you go, wait, what? In the 19th century, a dude named James Brooke from England waltzed in and put an end to the 500-year reign of the Bruneian Empire. From British rule to Japanese occupation and back to British authority, Brunei's journey was like a roller coaster. Fast forward to the late 1970s, independence was on the horizon, and Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin III and his son, the rock star Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah, decided it was time to flex. They dreamed up a palace so grand, it would make Versailles blush. In 1981, with Brunei still chillin' as a British colonial state, Bolkiah decided to drop a cool 1.5 billion USD on his dream pad. By the time Brunei shook off the British shackles on January 1, 1984, Istana Nurulaman was already stealing the show. Oh, and did I mention the Sultan dubbed his crib Istana Nurulaman, which translates to Palace of the Light of Faith. Talk about setting the vibes for a new era. Imagine a place so enormous it could practically have its own zip code. We're talking about Istana Nurulaman, sprawling over a mind-boggling 200,000 square meters. Picture this: 1,788 rooms, 257 bathrooms. Because who likes waiting in line, right? A banquet hall that can throw a bash for 5,000 of your closest friends. And not one, not two, but 5 swimming pools. But wait, there's more. How about an air-conditioned stable for 200 polo horses? Yup, you heard that right. 200 horses living the high life. And just in case you're running late for a royal party, they got parking for 110 cars. Oh, did we mention the helicopter pad? You know, for those days when you're feeling a bit extra and want to make a grand entrance from the sky. Now let's talk design, my friends. Leonardo Loxin, the creative genius behind this masterpiece, didn't just stop at big numbers. They call it the Light of Faith Palace, and believe me, it's a sight to behold. Golden domes sparkling with 22-karat gold, vaulted roofs that'll make your jaw drop, and a seamless blend of Brunei's Islamic culture with Malay customs. It's like stepping into a fairy tale. And who's responsible for the interior magic? None other than Quan Chu, the brain behind Dubai's Burj Al Arab. Gold and marble are the VIPs here, turning this palace into a luxurious dreamland. But hey, I know you're curious. Ever wondered how many staircases you can fit into a palace? 44. And not just any staircases, but 38 different types of marble to keep things interesting. This place is like a marble lover's paradise. Now, I've got to ask, if you had a palace like this, what would be the first thing you'd do? Check out the mind-blowing deets on Istana Nurulaman, the crib that's basically the Sultan's version of the Batcave, but with a lot more bling. First off, let's talk about the Sultan's 4-legged buddies. He's got a posh setup for his 200 horse pals, complete with AK. But wait, it's not just horses that tug at his heartstrings. This dude is also crazy about cars. Picture this: A secret underground garage sprawling over a whole square kilometer, hosting the cool 110 rides. And we're not talking your average wheels, we're talking custom-made, one-of-a-kind beasts. Now, imagine being a car enthusiast with a collection that includes rides so rare, they were practically born for the Sultan. Some of these bad boys are like the VIPs of the automobile world, ultra exclusive and mega expensive. But hold up, there's more to this story. The Sultan isn't just into horsepower and shiny rims. He's got an eye for art too. His palace is basically a private museum, boasting works by big-shot painters. And get this, he dropped a casual 70 million ust on a Renoir painting back in 1980. That's not pocket change, my friend. Now let's talk about the bling factor. This palace isn't just gold-encrusted, it's practically dripping in the stuff. The windows, the doors, even the doorknobs, all decked out in pure gold tiles. It's like living in a golden dream. And here's the kicker, covering the whole place in gold and marble is just a regular Tuesday for the Sultan. I mean, when you're one of the richest folks on the planet, why not, right? Who knew a palace could be this extra? So, what's the deal with this mega mansion? It's not just a fancy living space. We're talking about the royal crib of Brunei, where the vibes are regal and the luxe game is next level. Picture this, Istana Nurul Iman isn't just a home. It's a VIP club for the royal fam, that hub of the whole sultanate, and the official hangout for the Bruneian government. Yeah, you heard it right. This place wears many hats, and they're all pretty darn impressive. Now, let's get cozy with the deets. Members of the royal squad aren't just chilling on their thrones. They're pulling double duty, living and working in this palace. Because why settle for a 9-to-5 when you can have a round-the-clock royal experience? And guess what? This isn't just a fancy house tour. It's a behind-the-scenes look at the power hub of Brunei. You'll find the top dogs of the government doing their boss moves in the palace. It's like a real-life version of a political drama, but with way better interior decor. But wait, there's more. Ever wondered where Sultan Bolkiah hosts his Alist parties? Right here at Istana Nurul Iman. This place isn't just walls and ceilings. It's the stage for welcoming big-shot international leaders. Imagine having a cup of tea with a side of diplomacy in a living room that's basically a small country. Ever wondered how you could score an exclusive ticket to the most luxurious house on the planet in 2024? First off, did you know you can only sneak a peek at this jaw-dropping palace 3 times a year? That's right. It's like winning the lottery, but way more glamorous. Now, mark your calendars because the Sultan himself throws open the doors during Hari Raya, the ultimate bash celebrating the end of Ramadan. Imagine being part of a celebration that brings folks from every corner of the globe together under one extravagant roof. Picture this, you stroll into the palace and boom, you're greeted with a feast fit for royalty. Traditional delicacies served on silverware so fancy it's practically Brunei bling. No need to risk, just grab a plate, load up on deliciousness, and find a spot at the banquet hall's grand tables. It's like crashing the fanciest potluck ever. But wait, there's more. After your regal feast, you might just find yourself in line for a meet and greet with none other than Sultan Bolkiah or Queen Saleha. Casual, right? Just a regular day rubbing elbows with royalty. And here's the sweetest part. As you bid farewell to this palace paradise, you're handed a gift package. But we're not talking your average parting gift, we're talking about a dessert so huge it could have its own zip code. It's the cherry on top of the most extravagant day of your life. Now, for the most awaited part. What is the worth of this extravagant palace, you ask? Picture this. A palace built in '84 that cost a mind-blowing 1.4 billion baht. Yeah, you heard that right. Now, grab a seat because it took a solid 2 years to turn this dreamy palace into a reality. But here's the kicker. The current estimated value? Brace yourself. It's soaring above a jaw-dropping $1.5 billion. Can you believe it? Hit that like button. Subscribe and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Because trust me, you don't want to miss the next dose of opulence.